honor to be here and to be chatting about our book. Oh, sorry.
To promote Meghan Markle's BFF's book. But of course, Meghan Markle made it all about her.
It was supposed to be a picture-perfect, wholesome California evening. Imagine it. Soft lighting, the comforting smell of new books, and a crowd of people who unironically use the word intentional to describe their lives. The setting was an intimate, cozy bookstore in one of America's most exclusive zip codes. The event was a celebration, a launch for a new book titled The Family Home, inspiring ideas for a home filled with joy. It was all about warmth, harmony, and authentic living. But that peaceful harmony was about to be shattered by one single, jaw-droppingly awkward moment. A moment so cringeworthy, it could have been ripped from a script of the Real Housewives. This is the story of how Meghan Markle allegedly turned her friend's big night into an uncomfortable spectacle, leaving everyone wondering, was it an innocent attempt to help, or a hostile, calculated takeover of the spotlight?
It's with her, it's control. It's a way to make herself the center of attention. She always has to do something. If that person's having their photograph taken, Meghan will kiss them on the cheek. It's deemed as people that are looking at it thinking, oh, she's being sweet and affectionate. No, she's not. She's making the camera then focus on her.
The scene was Godmother's bookstore in Summerlin, California, on the evening of June 13th, 2024. Summerlin itself is a tiny, rustic chic enclave, a place where billionaires go to pretend they're beach bums. This was, by all accounts, supposed to be Courtney Adamo's night, and her night alone. If you don't know Courtney, she is a titan in the mommy blogger world, but that almost undersells it. She's the co-founder of the massively popular Babicino parenting blog. More than that, she has built an entire global brand on being an authentic, down-to-earth mother of five. She famously left the hustle of London to go live a slower, intentional life in Byron Bay, Australia, long before it was a trend. Her new book, The Family Home, was the culmination of that entire journey. This was her moment to shine, a professional milestone. The intimate event was reportedly organized by Victoria Jackson, a cosmetics mogul and well-known philanthropist. Victoria is a major player in the exclusive Montecito community, the same community that Meghan and Harry now call home. This wasn't a random event. It was a gathering of the local in-crowd. Meghan was there, but she was billed as a surprise guest. In the world of PR, surprise guest can mean two things. It can mean a special, delightful treat for the attendees, or it can mean showed up and made themselves part of the show. And as the world would soon see, Meghan Markle doesn't seem to do supporting role. Now, let's break down the incident that went viral, frame by frame. Courtney Adamo was on the small stage, mid-sentence, speaking to the crowd about her book. Video from the event clearly shows her holding the microphone. She does seem a little nervous, as anyone would be on their big night. Suddenly, from the side, Meghan Markle, who is also on the stage, leans in. Her eyes are locked on the microphone. She reaches directly for it. For one split, agonizing second, you can see Courtney's hand tighten. She instinctively pulls the mic back, a micro-reaction that speaks absolute volumes. It's the "this is mine" gesture, but Meghan is persistent. She doesn't retract her hand. She presses forward, grabs the mic, and says, "I could hold it for you." Notice the language. She didn't ask, "Would you like me to hold that?" or "Can I help?" She stated, "I could hold it for you," as if it were a foregone conclusion. While saying this, she simultaneously clutches Courtney's arm and shoulder. It wasn't a gentle, supportive tap. It was a grip. Courtney, trapped, does what any of us would do when cornered in public. She laughs. But it's not a real laugh. It's that high-pitched, nervous sound you make when you are deeply, profoundly uncomfortable, but cannot make a scene. Meghan then puts her arm fully around Courtney's shoulder, pulling her close in a gesture that body language experts would later tear apart. Was it a gesture of support? Or was it an act of physical dominance, a way to literally hold Courtney in place while she took control of her microphone and her event? The internet, of course, immediately exploded. The clip went viral faster than you can say Montecito. The judgment from the public was swift, and it was brutal. Main character syndrome, one user wrote, a comment that was liked thousands of times. She cannot, under any circumstances, allow someone else to be the center of attention, even for a minute. Another said, The way she just snatched it from her. That's not a friend, that's a control freak. People analyzed every single frame. Courtney's frozen smile, her stiff shoulders, and Meghan's beaming, confident grin as she took control of a room that was not hers. For many, this was not a mistake. It was a perfect, unfiltered example of the exact, controlling behavior critics have been pointing to for years. But what makes this so much worse, what makes it truly devastating, is who Courtney Adamo is to Meghan. You see, this wasn't just some casual Montecito acquaintance. This wasn't just a networking friend. Courtney Adamo was one of Meghan Markle's most loyal, most vocal, and most public defenders. We have to go back to March 2021. The entire world was a raging firestorm over the explosive bombshell Oprah interview. The media was in a frenzy, the royal family was in crisis, and public opinion was violently split. It was social suicide to pick a side. But Courtney Adamo put her own reputation and her own brand on the line. She went on Instagram and wrote a long, passionate, and incredibly personal defense of both Meghan and Harry. She spoke about knowing Meghan for years, before the royalty, and said she had only ever experienced her as kind, compassionate, and down to earth. She blasted the media and directly called out the racist treatment she believed Meghan had received. This was a friend who, in the middle of a war, ran out into the foxhole to defend her. She was a true loyalist. And now, at Courtney's own book launch, this same friend repaid that incredible loyalty by, as many see it, hijacking her spotlight in the most awkward, public way possible. But the public video, as bad as it was, might only be the beginning of the story. Just days after the event, the notorious, and often surprisingly accurate, celebrity gossip site Crazy Days and Nights posted a blind item. For those who don't know, Crazy Days and Nights is the anonymous blog that has broken some of the biggest scandals in Hollywood, and this unconfirmed rumor was devastating. The item alleged that Meghan wasn't just a surprise guest, she was barely a guest at all. It claimed she was just a +1 who wasn't even technically invited to be on the stage. The rumor claims she found a way to be up there, right next to Courtney. And that nervous smile from Courtney? The blind item claims that behind it, she was livid. The rumor states that after the crowd left and the cameras were off, Courtney let Meghan have it not in a wine-throwing dramatic way, but in that quiet, terrifying, I'm not angry, just deeply disappointed mom voice that cuts deeper than any scream. We have to state this is just a rumor, but it paints a chilling picture of a friendship pushed to its absolute breaking point. This single moment has been held up by critics as the perfect, most concise encapsulation of the Sussex brand problem. They argue it's a pattern of public awkwardness and a desperate need for control. Critics were quick to compare this to other bizarre public moments. Remember the Variety Power of Women event, where Meghan was seen on the red carpet seemingly schooling her own PR team on how to handle the press, telling them what to do? Or the infamous Lion King premiere in London, where she was caught on camera in what appeared to be a tense, uncomfortable conversation with industry execs? Or the numerous times at the Invictus Games, where she seemed to be correcting or directing Prince Harry? It feeds the narrative that Meghan must control every interaction, every photo, and every microphone, even if it means elbowing her own most loyal friends out of the way. And the irony of this whole debacle is almost too perfect to be real. It's truly poetic. Courtney Adamo's book is titled The Family Home, Inspiring Ideas for a Home Filled with Joy. Her entire brand, her entire life, is about simplicity, harmony, authenticity, and the beauty of a drama-free family life. Then, onto her stage, walks the one woman in the world whose public life is defined by the exact opposite: relentless drama, high-stakes PR battles, and a very public, very painful family feud. The woman who is famously estranged from her own father, and much of her family was now physically taking the microphone from a woman trying to sell a book on family harmony. It was a clash of brands, a clash of worlds, and a clash of values, all condensed into one 3-second clip. So, what really happened in that cozy, affluent California bookstore? Was this a simple, clumsy mistake? A well-intentioned friend, high on leadership course energy, just trying to help another friend who seemed nervous? Or was it something else? Was it an unguarded, revealing slip of the mask? A Freudian slip of the hand? A moment that showed the world that even at her best friend's own book launch, Meghan Markle simply cannot help but make herself the main character. The night ended, and some books were presumably sold. But a friendship that had survived the pressure of a global royal scandal and a media firestorm may have just been undone by one tiny silver microphone.